So it's been a hot minute since I did this video, but as long as I'm able to actually do it, I'm able to do it. There was a bit of delay for the reveal of eliminations, but that doesn't mean we can't review what's been going on. My week 10 results actually weren't that bad. It was 8-6. But hey, gotta keep the standard alive, am I right? And then we had ourselves the week 11 series where once again, it was just standard business as usual. So Spain did get a tank ball out of the mess. I ended up going 8-7. Pretty much a near identical record, just with an additional game involved. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Also, brother, week 11, Brian Daboll got the axe. Goodbye. Enjoy unemployment for a little bit. So the Giants actually had an interim coach at this point. Not like it matters, they're gonna be gone anyway. So that brings my total to a 16-13 record across 2 weeks, with an overall record of 89, 68, and 7. Yeah, the coin didn't even mess anything up this time. But hey, I'm actually closing in on 200 points for the season. Side note, this was the last time there was an international game for the season. Every game from here on will be played on American soil. Well, US soil, I mean. Let's move on to the main stuff that matters. And for the buzz for this week, we are down the Broncos, the Chargers, the Dolphins, and the Commanders. Those last two, at least, are actually going on by after actually having played an international game. As I said, it was the last one. Broncos and Chargers, that bye is actually a big factor as to why the Titans cannot be eliminated this week. Yes, you heard that right. The Titans are not going to be the first team out. Another major factor as to why the Titans can't be eliminated this week is because the Texans. Okay, I got it flipped. But they're supposed to be hosting the Bills, if you can believe it. So the Titans are pretty much going to have to wait another week before they can see their season end. But this means somebody's going to have to lose. Will it be in Houston or will it be the Bills doing Bills things? Well, considering where these tend to go, I'm willing to bet that the Bills are probably going to get it done on the road. On Thursday Night Football, no less. It's going to be the loveliness of Thursday Night Football. Hooray! About we get the bow and bow and bow. It's time for some Sunday games, and well, as much as I like to see the Vikings win a game like this, they're playing the Packers in Lambeau. And that's going to be the ultimate factor that goes into this win particular right here. It's always got to do with that. And then we get the Jets going up against the Ravens. Yeah, it's the Jets. It's the Jets. You expect me to take the Jets seriously? No, it's gonna end up being the Ravens for that one. And in a shocker, Bears lead the division of the NFC North at 7-3, facing off against Pittsburgh Steelers. I actually have to pick a winner for this game? You're joking, right? I have to pick a winner for this game right here. Of all the things that I have to pick a winner for, this is the matchup right here. And I don't know about y'all, but I do not trust this Bears team at all, but I also wouldn't trust this Steelers team at all. I guess based on some results of endless, eternal, whatever kind of slop there is, I guess this could end up being a case where Bears suck less and they end up winning. Maybe? I don't know. This one's gonna be real iffy. What's not gonna be iffy is the Patriots actually having to deal with a Bengals team without Jamar Chase because he decided to be an absolute fucking idiot and decide to spit into somewhere. He's out for the game. And with all that said, congratulations on being the first team to 10 wins. I don't make the rules. It's how things go. It's always how things go. And the Giants, and a chance for them to become the first team to be eliminated. Unfortunately for them, they have to face the Lions. Which means that the Lions are going to bounce back and win. This is the worst case scenario for the Derp to be in, regardless of the opponent. Everybody knows you don't face off against the Lions after they come off a loss. They tend to pounce on any team that gets in the way. You better believe it. Trust the process. Always trust the process. You have to, no matter what. What a stunning surprise. The Chiefs are actually only sitting at 500 against the Colts. But if I've seen this story before, the Chiefs are somehow going to find ways to put themselves back in a conversation in the most boring way possible. Yes, Daniel Jones can actually prove to be good no matter what. It's also looking as if the luster of the Colts might be wearing off. And if it continues to wear off, this is the worst time for them to do so because, wait for it, the Chiefs will pounce on any opportunity they can. Say screw you, we're gonna play our way. Make sure that everything falls apart exactly in their favor. And everything will be alright for them. Whoop-de-doo. And Titans, yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say we all know where this is going. It's the Titans playing at home against the Seahawks. Seahawks are the better team. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Jags. Look, Jaguars, I get that you managed to win crazy over Chargers, but we need to talk. You have been inconsistent as all hell this season. And I do mean inconsistent. There's a reason why I wasn't sold on y'all. I really can tell you that this is not the kind of team you want. Now watch as this is going to be that one game where you end up losing in even more humiliating fashion than ever as the Cardinals somehow, some way, end up completely ruining your day. Again. It's all just spectacular, ain't it? And the award for the least surprising tank goal of the year up to this point of the season goes to, well, you already know. Browns are once again going peak Browns, and the Raiders can't seem to do anything with a successful head coach. Again. It's almost as if bringing in Chip Kelly to be your offensive coordinator is such a bad decision. I mean, look, Pete Carroll, the game has passed you by. You don't have to keep proving yourself anymore. I get it. You want to keep your job as much as possible, and you feel that this was the best place. But, dude, look, the game's passed you by. And no matter how you do against the Browns, they're the Browns. You're gonna either win this game or lose this game. And I say the same thing to the Browns. You're either gonna win this game or you're gonna lose this game. There's no ands, ifs, or buts between you two. Y'all are just full of it. Enjoy this worthless tie and get out of my sights. Both of you. Congratulations, Raiders. You actually managed to win a game against the Browns. Not like you've done it before. Do not let these records fool you. The Eagles have already lost to the Giants once this year. And they still have to play the Cowboys in Dallas. A place where they end up losing nearly every single year. At least that's what it felt like. It always feels like there's a split at minimum against the Cowboys. It's usually either them or the Commanders. Yes, you do get the Giants every now and then, but especially between the Cowboys and Commanders. Are you that surprised that this could be a massive letdown spot for them after how much the Eagles have been playing? No? Well, I don't think you should be surprised. This could be the easiest spot for them to get embarrassed. No ands, no ifs, no buts. Typical Eagles losing in the most embarrassing way possible to a division rival. Yet again. Well, it's gonna be another world record, everybody, because it's time for another audition of NFC South Football. And we get ourselves here the battle between the Falcons and Saints. Whoop-de-doo, we get to witness this game in New Orleans. What a fantastic place to actually ward seeing something truly disastrous. You wanna know how to actually beat this game? You don't. It's gonna be pure NFC South football, where two massive joking masterminds are gonna be at it. It's gonna be nothing but missing points. Watch this be an absolute field goal game masterclass, and it's gonna be full of nothing but doo-doo. It's gonna be one massive pile of shit, and it's gonna end with somebody actually getting a win here. You wanna know who's gonna end up winning? Well, it's honestly about time that the Falcons actually do something for once and win against an easy opponent. Surely they can do this against the Saints, right? Oh wait, it's the Falcons. It'll be ugly if they even manage to win. That's because this is the glories of NFC South football. It's time that you all embrace the mediocrity. Well, here we go with some Sunday Night Football, and we get ourselves here a battle of Bucks and Rams. Well, I can only imagine that there is gonna be some desire for chaos. The Rams are pretty much, at this point, safely in the lead for a playoff spot. I would say safely in the sense that they might be looking at the possibility of having the home filled with Bucks fans. That is, if there are any Bucks fans left. Still, I can actually go with the Rams because, sorry, but you're not gonna be dealing with much excitement. It's Sunday Night Football. Two teams are just not gonna be able to put together a good matchup, especially when one's NFC South. Speaking of the NFC South versus NFC West, we end things off on Monday Night Football with the Panthers and the 49ers. You want to talk about comfort? Well, the Panthers are going to go back to being the Panthers as they end up losing this game in an embarrassing fashion to the 49ers because it's in their DNA. Yeah, imagine losing to an injury-riddled squad. How lovely is that going to be? But alas, that's all the time we have for this particular round of predictions. I'm just happy that we actually can manage to get some eliminations going. Now, if only we can start going through some playoff eliminations It's for those that keep thinking that it's gonna be a good idea to wait until it's too little too late to actually do something that should have been done already. Sounds like a recurring trend, doesn't it? But no worries. I'm sure this week of NFL football will go on just fine without Michael Penix getting hurt. No way. I think he's actually might be done for the year. Oh, great. I forgot. Oh, brother. Well, maybe Kirk Cousins can do a better job at running the offense than Mitch Kitson titties. Trying to go around finding somebody the age of Bill Belichick's girlfriend. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and until next time, travel safely.